one black couple just out of nowhere came somewhere, right? And then I saw the guy. He saw me. He was like, my man.
What up, what up? This is Gemstones, representing Gemstones for life, and you are in the field with Trackstar. You already know what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, back in the field with the Trackstarz, Ryan Righteous, SEANTANA, DJ Jeremiah. What's good?
All right, this segment is sponsored by True Strength Apparel. Go to www.truestrengthapparel.com. I'm rocking the Stay Strong joint, the Scully and the T-shirt. Rick Sincere got on the hoodie. SEANTANA's got on the hat. Jeremiah's got on the Stay Strong, man. So shout out to the homie Aaron Simpkins. He hooked us up. And sent us a nice Christmas package, man, and we couldn't be more appreciative of that. Shout out to Rap Reel, another sponsor who's in the building, man. Rap Reel going down January 29th. Make sure you were in the building. That thing was so lit. The submissions got so deep that people started actually emailing me saying, hey, the website said y'all aren't taking any more submissions, but what's up? Can you do anything? And I was like, I have no wiggle room to help you. I'm so sorry about that.
You killing dreams out here.
Yeah, that is not...
Sorry,
that
brother.
is not my situation. I
Come back here and hold the camera.
And then people probably thinking too that we might be reviewing the music. That's not us either. So
it's not our fault. It's her fault.
Make sure you know. Point the camera.
Just so everybody knows, that is not me.
In that direction. But make sure if you missed January, you subscribe for February, right?
Or March.
March. Okay, March. So make sure that in February you get ready. Get your stuff ready because it's coming. And that's going to be at the Music Room. So if you are in the area, if you're thinking about coming to Atlanta, come on Saturday for Trackstarz. Stay on Sunday for the Rap Reel. It's going to be an awesome opportunity. Yeah. Make sure that you are going to the website. We can't stress this enough about what's happening with Nectar. Nectar.trackstarz.com is amazing right now. We signed over 10 plus artists this week alone. So that is an amazing opportunity. You don't want to miss out on it. Make sure that you are following us on Trackstarz, for Instagram at Trackstarz, Twitter at Trackstarz. Go follow the new Trackstarz Studio at Trackstarz Studio. Make sure that you like the Facebook page, download the podcast each and every Monday. Leave us a review on iTunes, man. We really, really need that. And just make sure you join the Trackstarz universe. Think about becoming an elite artist, man. There's so much. I can't say it all in one setting, so I'll skip.
You know what a big moment was? I think for us, when we started, honestly, let's just be real. Nobody liked us. I mean, I feel like that's in my head, maybe.
No, it's not.
But I'm pretty sure none of these artists
didn't like us.
And for us, when we did the Surf Gang House a couple weeks ago, for us to be sitting in here with some like legends and some up and comers, it was amazing just to see like people are starting to get it, man.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to Swift, to Surf Gang, to
I tell you what had me on Cloud 9 more than anything, man, is the fact that we had a prominent artist signed to Elite that we respected for the longest and has always been a part of like the Christian hip hop scene, and we've always said this is one of the top artists in our genre, and they are now rocking with us hard.
We haven't announced that.
Yeah, we won't be announcing it. We won't be announcing it. Just know some of your favorite artists are getting down, man. Don't miss out.
All right. Oh, one question I saw that came up. Somebody asked, are we going to be unrolling any new segments in 2017? Yes. Now, I don't know exactly how you're going to see it. That's still being worked out because some other organizations may be picking certain segments up from us. But there are some new segments coming. So my wife, Alfie, came up with one last year that we're still working out the details of. But it's really good. It's a lot of fun. So we'll unveil that soon. Noteworthy.
Okay.
Back to our old segments.
Moving on. Okay, so hey Trackstarz. First of all, I can't thank you enough for your ministry. I really appreciate it. So I'm a college student who enjoys going to frat and house parties. However, this summer I've made major steps to rededicate my life to Christ and truly reflect Him. As a part of this, I've decided to take a more serious role in the Christian fellowship. I'm involved with On Campus to be kept accountable. I'm officially the secretary, and I help out just as much as they need me. I go to a predominantly white institution, and these parties are the only times I get to hang out with and meet other black people in a casual and comfortable way. I really appreciate just hanging around other black people when I see white faces in my classes all week. I have nothing against white people. I think you know what I mean, though. Granted, these are still your typical frat and house parties, so alcohol abuse and sexual vibes are pretty big themes. Here's my dilemma. I really like going to these parties to be around black people and hip-hop, but does going to them ruin my ministry as both a Christian and a member of this Christian organization? If so, how can I find more black students to relate to in a casual way? Thanks so much.
Is it a black
This is a
boy,
black student.
a boy or a girl?
I don't know.
I don't know. We
No,
don't
this,
know.
this person is I'm definitely white, right?
No.
No. This is black. This is, no.
So go ahead and get my blasting done early this year, right? This one's for Rick Sincere, right?
What's up?
Because many people don't know, maybe you do know, that me and Rick are a part of the same fraternity.
Yeah.
Only we live different phases of the fraternity. I was grad chapter, so I didn't see any of that stuff, but Rick was undergrad. So tell us about it.
You got all the heat.
Tell us about it.
Ryan paid his way
What
in.
kind of Sean move is that? Tell us
That was-
about it.
That was really good.
That was good, right?
People like,
Yo,
no, Rick, you didn't.
Yeah, man, straight up, man. I'm down with it. I mean, but yo, when you hear the frat, it's like, oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know
Y'all
what I
didn't
mean?
get nothing
Yeah,
wild
it's not that
going,
bad.
did you?
I'm part of Iota Phi Theta.
Salvation Army.
Anyway, bro. So the reason I did it is because for me it was brotherhood. You know what I mean? It was like I didn't grow up with any brothers. I grew up in a house of all girls, all sisters. So all I had was sisters growing up, and so I didn't really have any brothers at all. So when I actually applied, I was like, yo, I actually spent time kicking it with them for a second. You know what I mean? We did some community service outreach stuff. You know what I mean? And that community service thing is real. They do community service stuff.
Yeah.
Now all the other stuff you hear about, that's all real too.
Yeah.
Right? And so so when I was talking to them, I was like, yo, I wanted to what, Sean? Anyway,
So the question is,
so I wanted to be a part of the brotherhood. I became a part of the brotherhood, right? And through that, I gained some brothers, right? And then I met Ryan, right? We met here, but once I found out he was part of the brotherhood, we became closer brothers.
Yeah.
So I mean, it is what it is. So,
but the question
love it.
remains: were you able to hold on to your Christian morals and values while you were going to those parties?
I'm still a Christian, so yeah. Oh, you mean at the party?
Yeah, that's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Hey man, real talk. Okay, so real talk. All right, at the party, yeah, I was still Christian. Like I didn't really get down with any of the stuff that everybody got down with. You know what I mean? I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't brand myself. Like you know what I mean? I mean just out of fear, because that's scary. But outside of that, no, I dance. Yeah, I do dance. You know what I mean? Like, but I mean I still dance here. But I mean, I feel like at those parties, at Iota Phi Theta parties, honestly, there wasn't there was a ton of girls there. You know what I mean? So, I mean,
Y'all weren't the most popular.
no, we wasn't the most popular.
You are
one.
not helping your
But-
Hey,
fraternity
whatever.
at
I'm
all.
just being honest. I mean, I'm
Somebody
sincere.
was like, I was going to pledge Iota, but there's no girls there? Nah.
No, there were girls there.
You
You know what I mean? But there were girls there, but it wasn't like a ton of girls were there. You know what I mean? And then it was a cool party. You know, it was just chill. So, and then when we went out to, actually we had to go to Arkansas because I was in Grambling. We had to drive out to Arkansas, and then when we got to Arkansas, it got real. And so it was different in those situations. Yeah, I maintained my Christian values. I still was trying to get women. I mean, I didn't think that was an issue, but I mean, Christians do that, so it's whatever. And so,
Were you Inspector dating or were you on some other?
I was trying to holler. I don't really know if that, if that matches, but
Y'all
I mean,
know that was on camera.
Yeah. What?
I don't know.
I mean,
Anyway.
either way. So I mean, outside of that, I mean, that was it. So and did I do that in a Christian way? I mean, apparently, I don't know, but
I don't
But it was cool.
recommend this brother or sister go to fraternity parties or kick it at parties.
This person,
college
I
parties, period.
have a plan for this person. I actually
Let's
have
hear
a
it.
solution for this
Let's
person.
hear it.
All right, so it is my plan. I feel like today, right, and I think this person has somewhat of a pretty weird dilemma. I understand. It's a situation where you think you're in a predominantly how can I say it, majority institution, right? And so because you're in a majority institution, you believe that the way that you can, hang out and chill with us, with the fam or whatever, is through these type of parties. There is a different way, right? And so you can actually throw or kind of gain ownership, right? So you can throw these parties or you throw your own type of parties, play a different type of music if you want, and kind of control that environment.
True.
In those situations, will the black people still come? They'll still come, right? I mean, you just know that, okay, at this party, we don't do this, this, or that, but I throw a different type of party. Throw your different type of party, invite the people who you've connected with, have them come out and just hang out with them, and you can still kind of have some gatherings. Even if you don't want to go party because that's scary to you, go gatherings, right? Talk to those people, say, hey, I'm having a gathering over at my house. I used to do that a lot myself. Right? When I was in grad school, I had a lot of gatherings at my house. They didn't all have to get ratchet or weird, right? We just all hanging out together. So I say take ownership of the hangout, right? If you take ownership of the hangout, then you can control the environment a little bit.
That's true.
That's true.
Okay. So the reason I said I don't suggest that they go to the party or continue on in that way is because I think it catches up with you, right? I think that you expose yourself to something and you think, oh man, you know what? I'm bigger than this. I'm stronger than this. But those things come back to you in your lifetime. Like they come back in different forms. Like if you feel like you turned them off, the enemy might be waiting for a more opportune time to bring those things up to you, right? I was watching a movie the other day and it reminded me of what we left behind when we left Radio 1. And it was just so shocking when I saw that movie that it made me feel bad all over again. So I just don't think that it's wise for people to go out and put themselves in an environment they don't have to be in, period.
So we're just not going to talk about the black-white part of this?
Yeah.
So you're in a school where you feel like deprived because you don't have people that look like you around you. And there's like this need to be around similar people. Is that a valid feeling?
I mean, it's a feeling.
So.
Yo,
think it's
okay.
valid.
It does.
100%.
It is. I hear a lot of people who go to Christian universities, they feel that way.
Does it go both ways?
I'm a prime example.
There you go.
Should if you heard a white person say, "Man, I'm around the Trackstarz all the time. I need to get back around my people."
I'd be fine
I was
with
about to
that.
say something.
Yo,
it
honestly,
would make sense.
we have never. I mean, I haven't ever. I've never heard a person of a different race say that. Right? Well, I'm sorry. I have heard people of different races say that. I just haven't heard a white person say that.
Because they're not allowed to, right?
Right? No, they're allowed to.
No. They're not allowed to.
Yeah, they are.
But that's the thing. If they said that, we would be like, "What do you mean?"
I don't know
Well,
if
it depends
it's,
because
I
they
don't
kind
know
of
if
want
it's
to
rape.
live around their people, and they want not
even
they
that.
all.
You know
right?
what?
But according to what I've heard,
It could be a music choice, right? When I was
Music
working
choice.
at Best Buy, I used to hang out with some dudes and we were listening to like Fuel and Creed and all that kind of stuff. And I'd be like, man, I can't wait to get back to some hip hop because I'm just not feeling this as music. Like, it just doesn't, it's not entertaining to me. I wish I had stayed home. So I think that it could be something like that. Like, I just want to get back to a cultural environment that I'm familiar with, music and people and dancing styles.
So I'm trying to figure it out. So she or he is going to a party that is like Neighbors, almost like that movie.
they're
Neighbors.
going to frat parties, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Frat
Yeah,
parties.
Yeah, they're
like
going to
that.
frat parties.
Okay.
And when they get to the
House
frat parties, it's mostly African Americans there.
Okay. Well, I think at the end of the day, us as African American people at times connect. Like, I'll be walking in the mall and somewhere, and I see a black person, and I don't know them. They be like, and keep it moving.
Yeah.
So that
What mall
happens.
are you at where you don't see enough of them?
I mean,
It
I've been
happens,
at,
bro.
I've
It
been
happens.
at,
Yeah,
I've been
that's
at like
real
the
life.
Mall of Georgia
I
somewhere.
don't think people
It's enough of
understand.
us
I don't
on
think
it.
people understand that bond. Like,
Yeah.
what he's talking about is real. Like, when you see another black person, especially unexpectedly,
Yeah.
it's an
Yeah.
instant like.
Connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went out to
And
Alpharetta
if-
and was like, yo,
And if
what's
you
up?
notice,
We together in this
Yeah.
thing.
if you notice, the head bob goes different ways because you'll still acknowledge
Yeah.
another person, but it's down. It's
Yeah,
more
that's
like,
true.
What's up? But
I
with
won't.
us, it's kind of like,
Yeah.
and there's an actual feeling.
There's a
There's a
feeling.
difference.
Yeah,
It feels good.
It feels like
Feels good.
there you go.
You know what? I've been shopping with
We're
my wife
in here.
before. I've been shopping with my wife before, and I've gotten one of those head nods, and it's almost like even like, you got dragged into being here too?
Yeah. But that's a man. Hey, that's a man connection, and you can make that white or black.
But-
Like
but
I've
you
been in
missing
that
the game.
situation.
No, but what
Yeah.
I'm talking about
Yeah.
is what you're saying
yo,
is
yo.
true. It's like you could be somewhere
It's
and
just an
and you
instant-
feel like
Yeah.
you haven't seen no black person.
But it happens even when there isn't a
Yeah, that's true too.
disparity.
That's
So
true.
my question is, if white people felt the same way, would we
They
feel
could.
some type of way about
They
that?
The
could.
question is, do they feel the same way? Because I believe
I think they
at
can.
times they do. So if I think a lot of people feel that way, and maybe they feel like, okay, we've heard this expressed at one time, right?
So
we have heard this
if
expressed
a white
before.
guy's walking in Greenbrier Mall and he sees another white guy, he go.
They're not gonna do that though.
Nah.
They're not gonna
Nah.
do that.
Would
They're gonna
you
be like,
feel- would
nah,
you
they
feel
were gonna
some type-
join
They won't do
hands and
that.
say, let
They
me
might
let me
just-
escort you the
But
rest of the
I'm
way.
just- I need some clarification from the universe. Does that happen? Because I've never seen it.
What?
I've never seen two white people see
But you've
themselves.
never seen.
What do you see them
And
I've never seen two
acknowledge-
white people in Greenbelt
No.
Mall.
Here's the thing. We have a code amongst us. Maybe they have their own code.
I've seen it with bikers.
Let's talk to
like
Jason.
Bikers do it.
Let's talk. Bikers, you do it.
Biker,
Right?
when you see another,
Did you
it's
throw up
a-
a gang sign?
I did this.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like you did
What
something
gang
like
is this?
that.
No, he went like
Yeah,
this, and then it
okay,
came right.
yeah.
That, no,
Um,
it wasn't a gang sign.
But the same thing bikers do. When
Somebody
you see,
said yes.
When you see another bike,
Somebody said yes. White
Yeah.
people do it.
I
Awesome.
always see bikers acknowledge each other because it's like, oh,
Yeah.
you're like me.
I have a bike too.
That's the same thing that happens.
Hey,
with
guys.
us.
It
We can
depends
be
on
bike
if they're.
buddies.
I have a bike.
So I'm seeing yeses, but I've
Yeah.
never seen in Greenbrier Mall or anywhere else that's not a typical white place. I've never seen two people cross and acknowledge each other.
Yeah.
I've never seen it, so I don't. Maybe it's a different signal. I don't know. We got this.
Maybe
It
they
may
just
not
go up
be
and
a
start talking
signal.
to each other.
Yeah, that
I've just never seen that. I've never
Yeah.
seen
I don't know.
talking, not like an acknowledgement from afar.
I've never seen that.
I know
Maybe
that
a
feeling.
wave. I don't know.
I know that
I
feeling.
think
feel
people
like
do it.
there's-
I think people do it when they
I
see
haven't either.
when they see each other wearing something in common. Like the other day, I was riding downtown and I saw a bunch of Seahawks fans, and I saw them crossing streets
Yeah,
to come
because there's
talk
a
to each other.
commonality.
Right.
But
Yeah.
does it happen just for being white the way it happens?
I
just for
really
being
don't.
white?
I don't think
No.
so.
I've never
I
seen
don't.
it.
I think because I don't. I feel like when you're a minority, there's that like link. We all know we're the minority, you know,
Yeah.
even if we're all together, as opposed to like if you're in the majority culture and then you're in a room and you're the only two, like that's not a familiar feeling to not be like to be the minority.
I was
that
in
situation.
Orlando and I went to a concert with me and my wife, right? And we just happened to just go to this beach. So we go to the beach and then there's some type of, there's music happening, right? We just run into this like random concert. There's a sea of like, Caucasian individuals, right? Everybody's out there. And the majority's there, right? And it's just me and her. And we're walking around, we're interacting with people, we're talking to people, it's all good, right? One black couple, just out of nowhere, came somewhere, right? And then I saw the guy, he saw me, he was like,
Yes.
straight up, right? And the lady hugged my wife. We talked for about 15 minutes, yo.
Yeah.
Like no, we're family.
Straight up, like we were
Well,
family.
because I think that's the community. Somebody said it. I think it was Miss Amethyst said it. Like we're community people as a race because we know about like if
struggle.
a struggle of like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, so I'm not alone out here.
Being the
Something
odd
go off.
man
if
out.
some pop
Yeah.
out, if some pop off, I'm straight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though you don't know if I can fight, if I'm a punk, if I'm
Yeah.
gonna run, like
doesn't
You may
matter.
run, but we
We're
gonna run
in it
together.
together.
Either
We in
way,
it together.
we gonna be all right.
That's not what it means.
That's not.
I'm happy. I'm just
But
I'm
go
just
back.
happy to see.
Go back to your college experience because you said
Yeah.
you feel familiar with this.
I got you 100%. I resonate with this so much. So, my school I went to was a predominantly white institution as well, Christian college, and I struggle with these same things. My suggestion would be, check out multicultural. Like if you guys have a multicultural department or some kind of like campus, group where it's like more, blacks or just like minorities in general. And because generally, they're doing things talking about social justice, at least with my school, even just like hangouts, movies, like there's a wide range of things they could do if you guys have that. Also, I don't think it's wrong to go to parties, but I think you have to know yourself. I think you have to know like what your struggles are, like who do you represent? Like, can people look at you on campus and be like, this is a person who like loves God and, I can tell by the way they live? Or is it kind of like, oh, you told me you're a Christian, and I'm like, I totally didn't know that. If you're someone who people know, that's weird. If there are people who know, like,
I thought this only happened on debate field.
I know.
if there are people who know, like, yeah, this person really loves Jesus, and it's evident in the way that you live your life, and you do have, because you have that accountability, then you should be able to know what you can and cannot handle. I wouldn't make it a habit. I wouldn't say that you need to be doing this every weekend. But if it's like, a few times and you're not partaking in any foolishness, then, another thing too is like the Bible does talk about like, the appearance of evil, so
true.
like, it's not to condemn you and be legalistic and like think you can't do anything, but just recognize like how it can come across to other people. And if it is, just use your
that may like if you want some that look like you or some that maybe not look like you, but y'all there together. So it's a purpose to being here together.
Right.
And even if you're socializing, even if you're not partaking in the foolishness, you're there to be like somebody to drive somebody home that's drunk, and you can talk to them or be there for someone.
This is what I would suggest. So this is what I did when I was there. If you're going into that environment, your goal shouldn't be necessarily to chill. Like I never had a chill goal. My goal was always to meet people, to invite them out to destinations, or to do. There was a purpose for every interaction you have. And your other goal should also be to try and get those people to hang out more with these people over here. Right. So like your white friends and your black friends shouldn't all be separate. They should be. You should be planning things that they could both feel comfortable.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's what I would suggest the goal should be.
But is it okay to have that space where it's just your fam?
Just your people?
Yeah.
But
do you feel like that's wrong?
I think it feels okay unless that's why I keep bringing up
because if they
white
did
people,
it,
because
right?
I feel like we wouldn't think that was okay if they said, "I want a club for white people."
Yeah.
But the difference
not only
is,
that, I want a party for white people.
America.
But the difference is like when my like personal experience, when you're always around, like they said, like always around white people, every class, it's obviously nothing wrong with that. Yeah. But you feel misunderstood.
Well, okay, I'll switch it because that seems like that makes sense. But what if there was a like 3 or 4 white people that went to Clark, or to Morris Brown? If they created a white club, wouldn't you feel kind of like you would feel offended, right? Like, what?
I wouldn't feel offended.
Really,
I would understand in that situation.
I would get it 100%.
But other people,
Chinese students.
Other people,
I think that would be front page news.
Yeah, sure would.
No,
Atlanta Constitution.
I mean, if they're just getting together,
they always
to talk
hung out
about
anyway.
differences, it's not like a hate crime group. Like if you're just chilling, like the 3 friends,
So,
we like recognize what's up.
We have a minority here, and we want to get together and make sure.
So I went to Clark, where we did have white students, and they didn't think they were white. They felt like they were part of
the
blending culture, so they didn't.
Right,
they would have never gone out and started.
They could have
My
started one.
My
But
point
if
is, what if they did?
Yeah.
It wouldn't bother anybody because it'd be like, who's
it.
gonna join it? It's gonna be 3 of y'all.
Yeah, but
it's cool.
But y'all wouldn't care. Like it wouldn't.
I think
Because
we would.
they don't care that we start ours. I
we would.
actually would not care. Okay, so here's the thing,
care.
right?
I think you would.
I wouldn't care.
Maybe
I think you would
slightly.
come in here
Actually,
and
you're
talk
right.
about it.
We got
Maybe slightly.
20,000 students.
I mean,
at the AU
unless
Center,
they
I
walked
wouldn't care.
around, and be like, we are the white group, and as the white group,
Exactly.
right? We're like, this is the way we rock,
Publicizing
right?
it.
And I mean, outside of that, I wouldn't care if they kind of gathered up and said, you know what, let's share some like experiences. You know what I mean? I wouldn't mind that at all.
Right.
Now, here's the thing, right? Remember, I think this happened at Georgia Tech. This happened at Georgia Tech, right? Where they wanted to start a group for white students, right? And I didn't really oppose it. I feel like there's a group for every other type of individual,
Minority,
right?
yeah.
Every other minority has their own group. No matter what college you go to, they all have theirs. You can be Chinese, they have the Chinese student organization, right?
Yep.
And all this kid wanted to do was start the white student organization. Now, as long as you stay white student organization and not flip to KKK, then we're good.
Exactly.
No
USO
problem.
is better than KK.
I seriously doubt it.
I can feel the slight pushback of where it could be a little uncomfortable and unusual, but I understand. Like,
I wouldn't want to know what y'all talking about.
I know,
get
see?
it. I get it.
What y'all
There would
talking
be the
about?
question mark, low key, but like if it was explained and it was like, like we're just to feel comfortable. Like I get it.
I get it too.
So
But they
4
would-
white
but
guys.
they would have to explain.
So 4 white guys at Morehouse
I mean,
decided to
but-
start a club.
All right.
I mean,
let-
not
gotta
if it's
explain it to-
private.
no, no.
It's like it
Yeah,
would
we
be if
gotta
they were
explain it.
walking
Able.
together constantly everywhere, calling themselves a white group
we-
everywhere.
the white
we
group.
do that.
No, we
But
don't.
I
We have
would-
a black
but
student
I've had people ask
organization
me.
and it's
I've
a
had people
room.
ask me.
Yeah.
It's black stuff. And if that happened at Clark, I think that would be huge.
In this room, we have white stuff going on.
But it doesn't make it wrong
Okay,
just
okay.
because it
I
makes
think
people feel uncomfortable.
it may not be wrong. I'm just saying we wouldn't like it. I almost 100%.
If they had on
You
Trump
wouldn't like
T-shirts,
it.
we might have a
I
problem.
wouldn't
But other
care.
than
I
that,
would be
I'm
okay
good.
with it.
I'm saying
He
I
said
think
they have
the,
on
the
Trump t-shirts,
reaction
they
would
have
be
a
bad.
problem with it.
If
You're
they had on
prob-
Trump
you're
t-shirts,
probably right.
Jeremiah wouldn't care.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
Jeremiah
would care
would
if
care.
they had on Trump t-shirts.
Jeremiah
I
would
would.
care.
I wouldn't
All right,
care.
let's get back
I
into
would.
it. You and the
Farewell,
video with the
Farewell,
Trackstarz.
Obama. Farewell, Obama.
Ryan Righteous, SEANTANA, DJ Jeremiah. Let's go.
Trade